Welcome to Travel Michigan. I'm Dave Lorenz, along with Michelle Grinnell. Happy to be along with you. And Michelle, good to be with you as well. Who are we talking to start out the program today?
We are talking with Jason Funke, who is one of the owner of Keweenaw Star Excursions, and I was lucky enough to be able to do a ride on the Keweenaw Star not too long ago up in Charlevoix, and it's a terrific vessel, and we're excited to talk to Jason about the different types of sailing opportunities on this boat or ship. Or Jason, let's start there. What do we call the Keweenaw Star?
Well, you could call it either a boat or a ship. I prefer to call it a boat myself. I'm not that big of if the size matters or things like that. So yeah, we call it our nice little boat. We do wonderful trips all throughout the Great Lakes with it.
So you actually go throughout the entire Great Lakes area, not just there in the Keweenaw Peninsula?
Actually, we're not even in the Keweenaw Peninsula anymore. We started our business in 2000 in the town of Houghton, Michigan, but in 2009 we moved the vessel and all the operations to Charlevoix.
Oh, you did? Well, when Michelle mentioned Charlevoix, I thought, what do you mean?
Yeah, we that's why the boat has the name Keweenaw Star, but we did move it to Charlevoix in 2009, and we've retained the name. So. But we do operate out of Charlevoix now.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, of course, there's so many, beautiful things to see in that area as well. There are a couple other boats that operate in that area, too, aren't there?
There's a sailboat charter vessel, and then there's the ferry out to Beaver Island that run out of Charlevoix as well. Yeah,
that's what I thought, yeah.
And, Jason, the cruise that I took was a sunset cruise, and we did Lake Charlevoix and went out to Lake Michigan and came back in. So it was, a few hours, and it was beautiful. So you do everything from that to multi-day trips around the Great Lakes.
That's correct. So we do our standard cruises are 2-hour sightseeing and sunset tour, and I do sightseeing tours on opposite days. I operate one cruise a day. So right now I'm running Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday for sunset, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday for sightseeing. But sprinkled in along with those cruises here, we do our multiple-day lighthouse cruises. Lighthouses have always been kind of a popular thing for people. A lot of people do this as something to...
Yeah, well, actually, if you do those multi-day lighthouse cruises, you get to see some pretty cool lighthouses up in that area.
Yeah, there's, the state of Michigan has the most lighthouses out of any state in the entire 50 in the entire union. So there's, I think, somewhere in the range of 150 lighthouses just in Michigan waters alone. So. So it's a pretty extensive list. It takes a lot of years for many people to. Many people have wanting to see every single one on their list of things to do. And when you start talking about some of the lights that are offshore, we're actually on a cruise as we speak, and we're just about the Spectacle Reef Lighthouse, which, if you know where Spectacle Reef is, it's impossible to get to without a boat.
Well, some of those lighthouses are really unique in the way they were built, or just the condition that they're in. Can you tell us anything about them?
Well, some of them, they are built to withstand elements because they are sitting out here by themselves. There's the bulk of them are built on shore, but when you get offshore here, there's the most crib lights is what they call them. They're built on a solid timber frame, and then they're capped with concrete and sunk on the reef that they're there to mark. They've been here for well over 100 years. Most of them have been here for well over 100 years, and quite a few are approaching almost 200 years old.
Yeah, and some of them are looking that way too. Which other lights do you typically see on your really long excursions?
On my long excursions have gone as far south from Charlevoix as Chicago, and we've gone as far east as over to almost Manitoulin Island in the Lake Huron, and then we've gone up onto Lake Superior being from the Keweenaw originally, we used to do Isle Royale and the entire western basin of Lake Superior. We've done that. And just this year, we did Door County, Wisconsin, and over into the Bay of Green Bay. We'll probably be doing that again next year, and we've got another trip this fall that we're planning that's going to be the lights and ranges of the St. Mary's River and the colors. We're hoping that we get good color in the end of September up there. So
Yeah, because you operate through about middle October typically?
yeah, middle of October. I get a lot of tour groups by bus start coming up there for the leaf color change to the leaf. The leaf peepers start showing up with their bus tours. And
Yeah.
so I run those right through the middle of October.
Must be a really beautiful way to see the fall colors in Michigan by boat up in that Charlevoix area, or basically just about anywhere in the Great Lakes, as you offer charters for private cruises, for weddings or big corporate events, those types of things, and then your regular cruises that you do through mid-October, including some of those 1 to 5 day lighthouse cruises. Where did you go, Michelle? In the Charlevoix area?
Yeah, we just did the 2-hour sunset cruise through Lake Charlevoix and into Lake Michigan. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it is great. Jason, thank you for joining us. Jason Funky, co-owner of Keweenaw Star Excursions out of the Charlevoix area. And for more information, all you have to do is go to KeweenawExcursions.com. Sounds like a good deal. Speaking of boats, we're going to find out about some clean marinas next, right here on Travel Michigan, where your trip begins at Michigan.org.